Y'all ever watch way too much TikTok and then you like find yourself walking around the house and you're like, oh no, I hope I don't fall. Boom, boom, boom. If you don't know what I'm referencing, then you're not on TikTok enough. Like it's one of these trends. Oh no, I hope I don't fall. And then like people like throw their outfits on the floor and then they're on them. Boom, boom, boom. All the time. Even when I was on the movie set, whatever, I just keep fucking quoting TikTok and I'm like, this is savage. This is me every time, like quoting fucking TikTok. Like that's a cool fucking thing to do. Or I'll walk around. I'm trying to think of some of the big other ones that I say walking around. I'm sure I'll think of them during today's show. Oh, I meant to have my matching headband on. Y'all know I'm late to Live at the Roxy today on this Friday, August 20th, because I was running the helping to run the AfterBuzz intern meeting. AfterBuzz has some of the greatest freaking interns. I love how much I've gotten to work with interns this last year between the AfterBuzz interns and the World Girls interns. It's a cool way to stay young. I don't feel 30, but I am 30. And by hanging out with people who are like 18, 19, 20, 21, and by hanging out, I mean like being in the same vicinity, I get to know like what young people think is cool, which is officially the oldest sentence that I've ever said. Like nothing makes you sound older than being like, hanging out with young people makes me know what's cool. I hope I don't fall. Boom, boom, boom. Today, at one point during the intern meeting, I was giving examples of things and talking about different topical things. And I was like, just big topical moments, or like if you're like, I love Mandy Moore. And then I realized to myself, like, how fucking old am I that the youngest person I could think of was Mandy Moore? I was like, oh yeah, who's young and hip? Mandy Moore. Am I kidding? Yeah, when you're writing all that topical stuff about Mandy Moore, I understand that Mandy Moore is now in This Is Us, so Mandy Moore has made this comeback, and we love old school Mandy Moore, but like I'm still thinking Walk to Remember was like yesterday. I'm still thinking that like, I'm bopping along to Mandy Moore like 2 years ago. Like Mandy Moore was the shit when I was a fucking child. Like, how old are you, Roxy? This is what I talk about all day. I'm like, free Britney and mad love for ex-Tina, Mandy. Like, I'm still out here thinking that Destiny's Child is still together. That's where I'm at in life. I'm like, in sync, Destiny's Child, Backstreet Boy. Where are my 98 Degrees fans at? That's cool, right? Like, sometimes, man, I be aging myself in a way that I'm like, why'd you out yourself? You look okay. Just stick with it. I don't even have any Botox yet. One of these days I'm going to have to, but not today, bitches. Instead, on the days that I'm the wrinkliest, I just wear my hair up and it pulls all the wrinkles down. That's that's a hot tip for any of you guys with long hair. If you're starting to wrinkle, pull it all back. Oh, I almost just knocked this off my head. None of that's what we're talking about today on today's show. I did get an official clearance from my director that I could read you guys a synopsis of Always Lola. So I cannot wait to do that on today's show. Y'all know I'm been talking about Always Lola. I just shot this movie. I haven't been able to tell you guys anything plot related, but now I do have an official synopsis that I can read for you guys. So I'm fucking stoked about that. Also, on top of that, we are majorly talking about Black Canary, who's apparently getting a movie, a solo dolo movie. It's kind of a weird time for them to announce this because I feel like beggars can't be choosers. I'll take it. But like, I've been sitting here thinking that they should do a Black Canary movie for a minute now. And yes to this, yes to Journey, yes to all of it. It's going to be on HBO Max. I know you guys have some thoughts on that, or at least it's in talks right now. So we'll be talking all about Black Canary as well. And then I feel like most characters have a color in their name, like Black Widow, Black Canary, Red. What's his name? Red Sparrow? What the fuck is that guy's name? White Canary, Black Adam. Help me out. Green Lantern. Blue Beetle. Ooh, she's going. She's going. Watch me aim for the fences. Swinging a not miss, baby. Green Arrow. Yep, Manny. Glenn Caesar says Red Hood. Totally Red Hood. But that's not who I was thinking of. Red Tornado says Matthew Gold and Robert Turner. Booster Gold says Redford Reddington. Yeah, I forget gold's the color, but it straight up is. Black Panther says Andrew Thomas. Yeah, y'all are catching on. You guys are there. And so that's the way. Brown Streak. Who's Brown Streak? Mumra the Everling. Mumra. So anyway, we're going to be talking Bronze Tiger. Good one, Glenn. We're going to be talking about Black Canary. We're also going to be talking about a few different things. What a shit show this Finding a Jeopardy host situation has been. I get that these are huge shoes to fill, but apparently Mike Richards, who I didn't even know was announced as the host of Jeopardy, because he must have been announced while I was either filming or just came back and wasn't looking at the news. Apparently they announced the host of Jeopardy, and already this quickly they put the kibosh on that, and apparently there was some sketchy ass shit in the past. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Also, shit that you don't care about, but I care about, and maybe some of you guys care about. It seems like there's a leak about who's going to be the next Bachelor, and people seem really upset about it. And it's this guy, Greg. And I have so many thoughts on this. So I'm going to force you guys to have that conversation with me, even though you don't want to. Sucks to suck. It's live at the Roxy. That's what the fucking show is called. So I get to do what I want. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Super chat in. Questions, comments, concerns. It's also Friday. What are y'all's weekend's plans? I want to hear from you. Let me know what today, tomorrow, Sunday looks like. In terms of, for me, I'm hanging out with Dee tonight. Not exactly sure what we're doing yet, but we are having some friend time. So maybe some TikToks will ensue from that. Tomorrow, I'm taking Grammy to get our nails did because the salon was booked all week. And then I've got some work to do. And then Sunday, I will do another live at the Roxy. And then I will do Sunday night. We are going to do Legos. So Dee and Steph will come here, and we are going to continue to build Grogu, which we started but have not finished. And Steph needs that Grogu in her life. So hopefully we can get further on that. I don't think we're going to finish because it's such a big project, but we will see what we can do. Let's start in the Streamlabs, see what it is that you guys are talking about. Streamlabs support has been light. That's light as fuck recently. Totally understand that y'all are doing what I'm doing now, which is going back to work, fucking struggling, dealing with COVID and the whole everything. So just you guys showing up and giving support means the world to me. But if you can financially support, I appreciate that. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, just support in general on this Friday, August 20th, meaning that the first Streamlabs coming through for the day is coming from the Zenest of Glenn. Zen Glenn Caesar says, hello, Roxy, and happy Friday. Thanks for choosing to hang out with us all today. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you, your dad, Sky, Jet, Grammy, Papo, and your family. Be most excellent to yourselves and each other, Roxy and Rockstar's Band, because you deserve it. Speaking of my family, my brother and my dad went to a wedding yesterday. It was bizarre. My cousin had a wedding on a Thursday at 3 p.m, 2 hours away from where we lived. I'm sorry, but what a pain in the ass move. Like, during this time, but like, I get that everybody's got to do what they've got to do to make things work. And she had to move her wedding multiple times, but obviously I couldn't go. It's on a Thursday. Anybody who has to take off work, then if you have to travel, you don't just have to take off the Friday before the wedding. You have to take off. I would have had to take off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's just not ideal to have a Thursday wedding. Sorry to any of you guys who did that. But anyway, had a wedding, so my family went, and it was weird to not be there because I was seeing pictures and stuff. My sister didn't go either because she just started a new job, so I would have way more FOMO if she had been there too. But it also says and also my grandma didn't go because it's Delta variant, so my grandma was supposed to go, not Grammy, my grandma back east, and she wasn't able to go because it's just too dangerous right now, and that's fucking sucked too. So those are some things that suck about today. Yeah. What sucks about today for you? Let a sister know. Glenn says, RJ and Rockstar's Band, I hope you continue breathing. Y'all know when Glenn says to breathe, we breathe. That's what makes the good content. In and out, fully and deeply, keep internalizing. I love myself. I accept myself. I embrace myself and find balance so you can truly be you and continue being a friendly support and pillar of strength for the people around you. Thank you, Roxy, RJ, and all of the Rockstars band, reminding me that I am/can be more than just Glenn Caesar, the guy in the Live the Roxy chat who talks about energies and sending in hopefully helpful daily messages about who we are and our capacity to help each other/the world. Yeah, of course, Glenn, you're everything. Glenn also says, I can and am cleansing and curing myself of CP. I can and am finding more hidden parts of myself to cleanse, heal, and bring into balance so that I truly can properly love myself, accept myself, and embrace myself. I appreciate being here now, not there then. And I hope that you find and do what brings you smiles, laughter, joy, and maybe even bliss today and each of your days, your weeks, your months, and even your years so that you can glow in your flow and radiate because you're a priceless treasure and a big necessity. And that's really sweet. And I'm glad that all of those things are happening for you. Glenn also says everyone who shows up to give their support whenever, wherever they can, even when it gets tough, even by yourself. You're not alone. Everyone who's battling, please keep on fighting because you're a winner. Every win for you is a win for all. You're fully unique. You're kind. You're caring, and being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, makes you humane and worthy and a big, bright, shining star. Your story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. Glenn, you are the fucking best. You guys want to know a weird thought that just popped in my head as I was trying to scroll through Glenn's things? I don't know if any of you guys have any of these things like this, but my mom had really long nails. And I've always had very short nails, but now that I've been doing this dip on my nails, they're long. And for like now my nails sound like hers when I'm scrolling or like, and it's just such a cool feeling. I know that sounds so fucking weird, but it's just exciting to have nails that sound like hers. Stranger things have happened. In the super chat, Andrew Thomas says, Happy Friday, Roxy. Really looking hot in your AfterBuzz TV jersey and red lipstick that introduced me to you. This looks suit to you. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate you. Yeah, for the AfterBuzz intern thing, I had my AfterBuzz jersey on. I love this jersey. I think it's so cute that they gave us these. Kevin and Maria did. And in terms of the red lipstick, just went with the red. I don't fucking know. Y'all know my ex-boyfriend used to make me feel really bad about wearing red lipstick. And now that we're broken up, because he used to always say it didn't look good on me. And now that we're broken up, I'm like owning my power. And I like a red lip. And so fuck it. I want to wear a red lip. So I'm still self-conscious in it because he just told me so many times. And like, I just feel bad about myself in a minute, but I'm really trying to break that habit and wear it and say, because I like it. So I like it. So I'm going to wear it. And that's how the cookie crumbled. What? Just let it be. All right. Going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Lloyd Nan says, Hi, Roxy. Happy Friday. No weekend plans for me. Love ya. Lloyd, well, you're a busy bee, my friend. I hope that you get to just veg out. Honestly, sometimes the best weekend plans are when you have no weekend plans and you just get to be a human being for once and like live with your own thoughts. This morning I woke up early and I like lit a candle, and you guys know I'm so not in touch with I'm not religious. I don't know shit about like astrology or astronomy. A lot of girls in LA like are all one with the universe and like know all that shit and like Dorina and stuff. And I just fucking know nothing. I'm from Boston. What I know is like snitches get stitches. Like that's where I fucking come from. So like I have but I'm trying to like better myself and be in touch with all the things that go down and like just be a better version of me. So Dee bought me this candle. And you're supposed to light it on Fridays and stare at it and like think about your intention. And so this morning I looked at it, I lit it and was like, think about your intentions, Roxy. What are your intentions? So I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't even know if I know enough to know what an intention is. So I was like overthinking everything. I'm like, is it my intention for the day? Is it my intention for the week? Is it my life intentions? There's a lot of fucking pressure on one candle. So finally I just was like, I don't know. I have some things and I just thought about those a little bit like career wise. And then I just lit the candle and stared at it and was like, well, it smells good. We'll see if this brings anything. I know that in order to achieve, you have to believe, but I'm such a skeptic. Like, if I can't see it, I don't believe it exists. And I know that that's not true because, like, there's shit out there that I just can't see. But it's so hard for me to fucking wrap my brain around that. Is anybody else with me? It's been a hard journey for your girl rocks. But honestly, these days, I'm in a pretty effing good mood. I got like down for 1 second last night. And then I was like, no, rocks, we are fucking not doing that. We are not doing that today. I yelled at myself out of it and was like, fuck that. We are happy these days. We are not fucking going back there. That's a cunt of a place to be. And I fucking refuse. And it worked. Who knows how long that will work for, but it did last night. Word. Also going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. John Get Bent says, hey, Roxy, just a heads up. There should be a late birthday present for Dorina at the World Girls P.O. Box. I think she's really going to dig it. Oh, she texted me today that we had something over at the P.O. Box. Okay, well, it's closed for the day, so I can't go after this, but I will. And it's closed on Saturdays and Sundays. But I will try to go on Monday to give it to her by Wednesday. Thanks for letting me know. I hope she does like it. I'm sure she will. Dee's pretty easy to please. So is Steph. So am I. We just like to be loved. I guess that's kind of everybody sometimes. All right, Streamlabs, and your questions, comments, concerns, thoughts. Let me know how you're feeling going into this Black Canary movie. Y'all. Why do I keep saying y'all? My friends from home are making fun of me. It's because it's gender neutral, so I'm trying to be PC or whatever. But it's so weird for a Boston girl to keep saying it. Anyway, y'all, Black Canary movies in the works at HBO Max. Jurnee Smollett is going to reprise her role with Misha Green set to write the script. Obviously, this is in the early stages of this, but to me, it sounds like one of those things that even though it's in the works, it actually will work. I think that Jurnee Smollett is a motherfucking star. I think that this is an iconic character who has the ability and capability of being as big as Harley Quinn, if not even bigger, just because she is relatable. She's sick at what she does. And already on the show that we already saw her on, the CW show, when she was on Arrow, people love the character of Black Canary. We love Black Canary so much that we went from Sarah Lance to Laurel Lance to Dinah Drake. We had all of the fucking Canaries on that show. Then they tried to pitch a spin-off Canary show, if you guys remember that, which was kind of wild. And then we now are pitching a whole different, this is a much more realistic universe that we've created as opposed to the CW universe. The HBO Max Black Canary Jurnee Smollett movie would just be awesome. And it's not a show, it's a movie. And we like this character already. And also, like, head to toe with her outfits, she looks like a stunner. Just for all of the reasons, I'm super into her having her own movie. Curious why they're deciding that this is going to be on HBO Max. I know that Birds of Prey did not do particularly well for them. That's a bummer, because if I can't understand people who saw Birds of Prey and didn't like it. I just thought the movie was, and I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea. No movie is, but I thought the movie was so phenomenal. I thought it was so clever and well done and had so much energy and light. And I just fucking loved that movie. I loved that movie. And for that movie to have not done that well, partially because of pandemic, partially because of people just not liking those characters the way they were done. And I'm sorry, I hate to say it, and y'all get mad at me. Not you guys, because you're the rock stars, but and partially because of fucking sexism. That's how it works. Sometimes sexism fucks with a movie. But I really think that the pandemic and everything else kind of fucked with this movie. But so I get why they're looking at this character and thinking that she won't pull big box office numbers. So in order to guarantee the success, they're probably going to have a smaller budget and they're going to put it on HBO Max. Now, that bodes well for the movie because it doesn't have as much pressure on it to do well, but it also sucks that we're going to have a Black Canary movie, another female-led comic book movie that is premiering digitally and not on the big screen, and especially with a woman of color. It's a bummer that we're not going to see this on the big screen. I'm happy we're just seeing it in general, though. And sometimes I do tell myself beggars can't be choosers, but like, God, I feel like this is a movie that I would love to see full blown. Black Canary is also a smaller DC character, not smaller as in the smallest, but I would say that Black Canary is not an A-list DC character. She's not one of the main Justice League members. And so she's a B-list DC character. So I do understand why they are putting her on HBO Max. I think we're going to be seeing Journey Smollett for years and years to come, bring down the motherfucking house. And I'm excited for this to be one of the things that's on the DC horizon. Recently, things have been so Marvel heavy, although the Suicide Squad slapped. And I'm excited to see what DC's plan is. Andrew Thomas mentions in here that Batgirl's also going to be on HBO Max only too. I know, and we had talked about that. It is interesting that that seems to be a trend that is being set. Yeah, but I just want the movies. So whatever platform they are, I'm happy that we're going to be able to get to see them. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Lady Dog Brandy with that big support. Thank you, Lady Dog. Says, just sending you a little love and happiness today. It's a good thing your cousin didn't have her wedding this weekend because we are apparently getting a hurricane, so I'll be staying in. LOL. Yeah, on their way to the wedding, there just kept being tornado warnings. There was so just tornado. Everybody get home. And I was trying to watch Big Brother on my brother's Xfinity. So it's hooked to Massachusetts to Boston. And I couldn't even get through the episode of Big Brother because there were so many tornado warnings. That's fucking wild. So on their way to the wedding, apparently it was downpouring. But when they got there, I guess it was one of those moments where there was just like a clearing. And her wedding was at a barn. And it was like half outdoor, half indoor. So she was lucky it stopped raining. But on a Thursday, I don't know about that Thursday life. So I want to get drunk for a wedding. I don't want that work the next day. You need that day off the next day. That's why Saturday weddings are the shit. I even prefer a Friday wedding to a Sunday wedding. I don't know if that's just me, but that's my truth. Glenn Caesar says, yeah, RJ, that's what I mean when I say all words have power and therefore we need to be mindful of what it is that we say about ourselves or to other people about them because it's all adding to self-talk that we/they build upon. Love ya in red. You do you. Thank you. Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate you. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. How are you guys feeling about this Black Canary movie? What are you hoping that we see? Do you think we will get appearances from any of the other Birds of Prey cast members? Do you think it's going to be a completely separate story? What city do you think this is going to be taking place in? I know there have been rumors for a minute about a Gotham City Sirens movie. Do you think that this will possibly lead into that? Are we going to get a Harley appearance? Are we going to get a Huntress appearance? Are we going to get a Renee Montoya appearance? Who is going to be the villain of this movie? Are we getting an Oliver Queen appearance? Is Green Arrow going to be in this thing as Black Canary and Green Arrow tend to let's get it on? Oh, yeah. What do you guys think? What do you want to see? And what do you tonally want this to be? Birds of Prey had a lot of bright, colorful, fun, raunchy, out there craziness to it. Do you think that this should be similar, or Black Canary is a little darker of a character, so a little more, hate to say these words together, but dark and gritty? Let me know. Shout out to everybody who is joining us live right now. Appreciate you all for being in here. Demo Katabe, B. Lee, my girl Brandy, Matthew Gold, Glenn Caesar, Manny Gonzalez, Philly Jackson, Robert Turner, Redford Reddington, Calvin Patel, Mumara, the Everling, Mumra, Joseph Ashley, Mohammed Belsin, all of the people. That song gets stuck in my head too. Matt Munoz, Silu Bonino. What's up, Silu? Sina Bigelow. And everybody else who's joining us, John Prio, on this low viewership day. Is it because it's Friday and people are already fucked up? I hope so. I hope the reason people aren't watching this live right now is because they're out having a ball. Go on with your bad selves. Mark Jason Ali says, always Lola synopsis. I will get there. I swear I will. All right, moving on from Black Canary. unless you guys have any thoughts on all those questions I asked. Steve Caldwin said, I'd like to see a Huntress movie too. Yeah, I like that character. Cena Bigelow, do you think Green Arrow goes down on women? I absolutely do. Even when he's got that hook, I think he figures out a way to use it in a very hot kind of way. Green Arrow has that vibe to him. You just know. When you know, you know. Canary and Arrow romantic comedy, says Robert. I don't know. I can't picture it. All right, so moving on from them, again, send in your Streamlabs about what you want to see for Black Canary, but I want to talk about this Mike Richards situation. When did Mike Richards get hired? Was I gone? Because I just knew that they were rotating through hosts, and obviously Josh McCouga for Jeopardy, but they were bringing in a lot of other people. And then I found out that Mike Richards was hired when I found out he was fired today. This is TMZ's article on it. Don't know why TMZ is the one I'm choosing to read for this, but it says Mike Richards is already out as Jeopardy host, but he'll still get some TV time because the few episodes he shot are going to air as scheduled. Production sources tell us that Mike shot 5 episodes Thursday before stepping down as the new daily host, and all of them will air beginning September 13th. We're told the decision was made by Sony Studios execs for a couple reasons. First, to keep the continuity of the show and honor the contestants. And second, because one of these contestants was on an incredible hot streak before Jeopardy went on its most recent hiatus. This contestant, Matt Omodio, has won 18 in a row and racked up $574,000 and 801. Wow, over $500,000. That's crazy. And prize money. Good for third all time. So he's obviously one of the contestants on Richard's first episode and possibly beyond that. So despite Mike's controversial exit from hosting, we're told that it was a no-brainer for the honchos to air this episode. However, our sources say Jeopardy may display some sort of disclaimer at the beginning of the show to explain why he's no longer the host. As they reported, Mike resigned after old comments of his resurfaced where he degraded women and allegedly disparaged Jewish people. Gotta love that when you're coming for my people. We're told he will remain as an EP on the show, though, but Sony Studio execs were evaluating the situation as well. What's so confusing about this is, like, we are no longer in 2010 where we're just trying to figure out how to vet people, like, and based on the internet and go through their tweets and their Instagram and see if they're right for a job. Like, y'all put in this massive search to figure out who was going to be the next host, and you find him and you hire him. And then 5 days later, you let him go, or 5 days after the announcement is made, you let him go because you found, like, bad things that he said. Did you not look? Or it's just wild. What? You just didn't know? You didn't know? Did you not look? Did you not know? Did you not think of it? Did you see it and it didn't bother you then? But now that's coming out in the public, it bothers you now? Blah. And just more people always coming for the Jews. Yikes. I'm curious what the exact things were. I guess it was on a podcast. It says that in one discussion, during a discussion of noses, he says ixnay on the O's nay, and she's not an uj. That's Pig Latin for nix on the nose. She's not a Jew. Oh my God, the Jews are so used to people making fun of our noses that it's like, it's a fucked up thing to do. I'm not saying that it's not. It's a fucked up thing to do, but, like, can everyone just chill? Also, I am Jewish. I am 100% Jewish. I am Jewish on my mother and my father's side. I am an Ashkenazi Jew everywhere I am. And, like, just to be honest, this is my nose. I was born with this nose. This is my nose. I've never had any work done on my nose. So the stereotype is weird. I guess some Jews have bigger noses, but, like, so do a lot of people have bigger noses. And so strange way that we were depicted throughout history that, like, showed greed. It's just fucking bizarre. Fucking bizarre. The Ringer also reported that Richards gave a number of negative comments about women's clothing, weight, and appearance. He made derogatory comments about Haiti, people who are homeless, and people with disabilities. Good. Let's go after the homeless people in Haiti, and people with disabilities, and the Jews. Smart. Really smart. Woof. He'll still be the EP though, so he's still raking in the dough. Over the last several days, it has become clear that moving forward as host would be too much of a distraction for our fans and not the right move for the show. This is what he said in a statement. As such, I'll be stepping down as host effective immediately. Then he said, I want to apologize to each of you for this unwanted negative attention that has come to Jeopardy over the last few weeks and for the confusion and delays this is now causing. I know I have a lot of work to do to regain your trust and confidence. All right, dog. Okay. You do you. So the host search continues. My vote's on Josh McCouga. Y'all let me know who you think should be the next host of Jeopardy. I'm so tired of people doing things that are like this. Pink Sweets in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider says, oh, hi. I've had a crap day. I hope your day is better. I know there's too much content, but since you like musicals, I recommend Adam Driver's new movie, Annette. Oh, interesting. It's on Prime. It's very strange, though. What musical do you think should be remade? Okay, bye. Pink Sweets, love this question. Love Adam Driver, so I definitely will check this out. What do I think should be remade? I wish that they did a better job with Last 5 Years when they did that. I think Parade should be made. I think that would be really good. Those would be my suggestions. NFL Caleb 22 with that support. Thanks, NFL Caleb. I haven't seen you in a second. Happy to have you here. Getting your question, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com, everyone, /Roxy Strider. It's just streamlabs.com /Roxy Strider. Why I threw in everyone in there. It's because it was mid-sentence. It was a whole fucking to-do. Let me know what you're thinking about Black Canary, who you want the villain to be, who you want to make appearances. Are you excited that's going to be on HBO Max? Do you wish it was somewhere else? Who do you think should be the host of Jeopardy now that Mike Richards is stepping down? Do you think that he shouldn't have had to step down? Do you think he should have? Why do you think they hired him without doing their research in the first place? Or did they find out and they just didn't give a fuck? On top of all that, I want to talk a little bit about Bachelor. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave me. It's all, I'm telling you, this is the good stuff. This is where the heat comes out. This is where the fire is. This is the important stuff. The Bachelor, I guess there's a guy named, I actually don't know what his name is. Reality Steve, I think. It's Reality Steve or Reality Nick. I think it's Reality Steve. Whoever this guy is, apparently he gets all of these big rumors and leaks, and he always knows. Apparently he's accurate like 99% of the time. Reality Steve just always knows the announcements. He knows who's going to do what and when and who gets kicked off of what and who gets sent home and who hooks up and whatever it is. I guess he just knows all of that stuff. And one of the things that he knows is that Greg is going to be the next Bachelor. Now, for those of you guys who have no idea what that is, Greg is the guy who went home on Katie's season that I told you guys I really fucking like. But he got ripped apart by the internet. Everybody said he was gaslighting Katie. Everybody said that he was mean to Katie. I don't get what the fuck people were watching. Greg poured his heart out to Katie, explained how in love with her he was, and she just didn't respond at all. And she's not allowed to give him what he was looking for, but she could have said that's so great to hear. Thank you so much for anything. Instead, she just said, and he said, what? And she said, I like looking at you. And it was so off-putting. And then he left the show because he was like, this is ridiculous. She just kept coming at him I want to give you a rose and you'll be here next week. And he was like, bitch, I don't care about the show. I want to get married to you. You keep saying I'm going to be here, whatever. So apparently people were really, really upset with him. I liked Katie, but I loved Greg. And now he might be the next Bachelor and people are pissed. And I don't get it. I feel like I have the worst taste in men. I have the worst picker. How come the guy that I want to be the Bachelor the most, the guy that I like the most, and there's a lot of other guys that I really like. There's a few guys that I'm like, oh, okay. A couple of you guys are so hot and so sweet and so great. But this one guy, I'm like, I'm so into that dude. And the world hates him. And I'm like, what don't I see about people? Why is my picker so fucking broken? I thought he was being totally reasonable. I thought that she was being really tough. That's literally the only thing I wanted to share about this. Jess Quo says, Greg didn't seem consistent. I thought he was so consistent the whole time. Thought he was mad consistent. Andrew Thomas says, it's okay, Roxy, I have terrible taste in women too. I don't know what's on. Got a broken picker, y'all. Got a broken picker. All right. If any of you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about any of the things that we are talking about on the show today, including the Jeopardy host or Black Canary or Greg being the next Bachelor, who you would want to see instead, send them in. Pick up that light ass support that it has been since I came back. I think y'all are mad at me for leaving you for a couple weeks to shoot the movie, which is why payback's a bitch apparently, but I'm going to keep going strong. And speaking of the movie, I'm going to share the synopsis of the movie with you guys. To only you guys, the rock stars, I got to tell you guys what this movie is about, and I'm so excited to do so. We got a group text from the director who officially released this and said we were able to share this. So let me find it. Keep scrolling. Okay. He said that we were allowed to post photos, but not videos, but that the video reel that I posted was all BTS. So that was good. So I was excited about that. I cleared it with them before I posted it and everything. But here's what he said about this is what we can say in terms of the movie. I'm going to read it directly to you guys so that I don't fuck this up. Because, oh boy, do I care about this movie and don't want to mess anything up. Here's what it is. It's a coming-of-age dramedy following 6 high school grads on their annual camping trip who are forced to reckon with shocking news and secrets that thrust them quickly into adulthood and threaten to unhinge their friend group. Bum, bum, bum. How good is that? It's so crazy to read a synopsis for a movie that I'm in. And I just lived that. How wild is that? It's a coming of age dramedy. That is so true. And yeah, the camping trip, hence all the bug bites all over my body. And the quickly into adulthood. Yup. So, that's the synopsis. Don't wear it out. Thank you guys, by the way, for giving a shit about that and caring about the movie so much. It's been nice to have the feedback and reception that I have from all of you guys and feel supported in my, as lame as it sounds, endeavors. Not just in You're the Star, says Mark Jason Ali. Thanks, friend. Ben Chan says drama. Yeah, but it's a dramedy. It's a deep, dark subject matter that has a lot of comedy in it, as the writer is really good at seamlessly transitioning from the hardest moments to the funny in things. And it's one of the reasons I really love the script so much. All right. Well, I guess on that note, I'm going to get out of here because y'all be quiet today. And that's okay. It's a Friday. Hopefully y'all are having your after work drink, getting ready to see friends, vegging on the couch, watching a movie, going for dinner, doing yoga, walking around, anything that makes you happy, drinking your tea, getting a good night's sleep, whatever it will be. I will see you guys on Sunday for Live at the Roxy and Sunday night for the Whirl Girls, and then every day next week for Live at the Roxy. So much love to all of you guys. If you are watching this after the fact and you want to send in support, streamlabs.com/RoxyStar. I'll read it on the next show, of course. Don't forget to like this video, thumbs up, leave a comment after the fact. That really helps. Share it with your friends. Let's grow the Rockstars band and the Whirl friends. Stay safe, stay sane, make your bed, put down your toilet seat and the lid, check your internet, don't trend with the Holocaust, don't get fired from your job because you said some anti-Semitic shit. Even if you're just doing it for selfish reasons. Brett, Miles, Jonathan, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. I love you guys a lot, and I will see you on Sunday, LATR. Later.